All right, so we just got into our room and we cannot believe this place. This place is so beautiful. Look at this exposed brick. This crown molding is original and this was built in 1852, and they put us on the 3rd floor, which is the most haunted floor in the whole hotel. And unfortunately they couldn't give us 325 because someone's in there, but that's the room where Charlie haunts. He fell while installing a window. He was one of the original builders, but we're in 323, which is right down the hallway.
Right next door.
Oh, right next door. Nice. So this is what it looks like. Absolutely gorgeous. Yay! Ooh, so also talk about some of the other ghosts.
When we got here, we befriended one of the employees.
But Charlie, anyhow, was installing the window in what's now room 325, so it's just down the hall from you guys. And he fell.
I was just saying, poor Charlie.
Yeah, he did. And a lot of people will tell you some really sordid affairs, and he got pushed and this, that, and the other thing. But we don't know if any of that's true. All we know is that he fell some way or another from the window. I know. So he's got some unfinished business, and he hangs around up there, maybe still trying to put that window in. But a lot of people have seen him. A lot of staff members have seen him. I haven't. Maybe have experienced him, but I've never actually seen him. That's the only reason you still see me sitting here. If I did, I'd be gone. Ernest would say the same thing. So if you ever see either one of us in the building, you know you're safe. Right? And these couches are very comfortable, so if you need to come down here and hang out, you know.
The bed, from the understanding I get, and they're like the 2 little girls, they're like a full of couple and a pillow. Right, just sleeping.
That's crazy.
She experiences a lot, so I'm very curious what happens.
Yeah, please let us know. We're always looking to poach people's stories too.
You'll definitely experience
That in addition to Charlie, there are 2 other ghosts. One of them being a nurse that will stand at the end of the bed and kind of wait for you to wake up and notice her. And then there's 2 children that will come and pull the sheets and kind of pick and pull at you. So it will definitely be interesting to see if any of them come around. There's definitely a very old vibe to this building. So I think we'll catch something. I really want to click on the ghost hunting app.
Oh my gosh, let's do it. So we're staying at the East Bay Inn in Savannah. It's right near the Riverwalk, and it's absolutely beautiful. And they give you complimentary wine and beer. All right, so I think Maddie and I are going to kind of call, what is going on?
She was twerking again.
Were you twerking? Maddie? I just heard a rustle. Oh my gosh, Lily's freaking out. Lily!
She's not having that. Oh my god. Sorry. She's not having She's no hellish behavior.
All right, so I think Maddie and I are going to kind of give permission for any spirit in this hotel to kind of show themselves to us. I'm hoping that's a good idea. I don't know. But I think if we only say only things of love and light, positive, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it's safe to call them?
It's totally safe.
You think it's safe? Okay. We're gonna call them and give them permission and be kind of open and ready for things to happen. So I'm gonna have you do it because you always know what to say.
And if we don't sleep, it's because Lily did not give permission and she's not gonna let us sleep.
Lily will be a good indicator because she's picked up on spirits before, so I think she will be kind of like a dog radar for us.
Lily.
She's pooping, she's pooping.
Don't scream it.
So now we're going to call the spirits in and hopefully we have some experiences. But you go ahead and say it because I feel like you always know what to say.
I just BS what I say 98% of the time, so please don't critique. But anyways, in speaking to the spirits, I let them know that they are invited into our space to interact with us. They are not allowed to do us any harm, physically, emotionally, verbally. If, they're coming through the app, just being wild. But that's what I'm saying. You're allowed to occupy our space. You're allowed to come through our app. You're allowed to use part of our energy to coexist with us in a very positive way. And we're excited to meet you. Also, guys, it is Chelsea's mom, Wynn. Hi, Wynn. Hello. This will be her first paranormal experience, so I really hope that our energies and our openness to whatever's here really draws it in for you.
Ooh. All right, so we're going to use the Ghost Radar app and see if anything comes through. This is the first time we're turning it on in the room. So far, we have one strong presence.
That's over at the end of your mom's bed.
Yeah. There's a dot, 2 dots. Guard. Sun.
Eric just texted your mom.
Eric just texted you?
Did he?
Before that popped up.
It just said sun.
So early, it might be hard for them to manifest at their full potential.
Yeah, we just want to check in for the initial readings because we just got into our room. So we'll turn this back on later.
Like, see what we're dealing with from now until, like, activity increases throughout the night.
I'm in a cold...
Still goes right next to you in that cold spot.
I'm in a cold spot right now.
Aware.
We're aware of it now.
You flipped the camera on, and now we're aware. There's 2 ghosts here and here.
Yep, right where I'm standing, and then one right over here. We're picking up on the ghost app. We were just about to go talk to the front desk to see if we could extend our stay.
And now it's quiet. It's like whenever we flip the camera on,
Yeah.
it's like,
I'm sure.
Neighborhood. Ghost right here. Neighborhood. 2 ghosts. Multiple dots.
Let me stand over here.
Neighborhood.
The ghosts are standing right here.
I want to feel the coldness. I want to sense.
I'm not feeling cold right here.
The cold spot's there.
Where you're standing. Do you feel anything?
It's like a hair raising
Ooh.
water.
I just got... Ooh, it's cold. It's cold. It's getting colder.
It's going down. It's going down in the DMs. I'm receptive. Now, Wynn is open and she's like really encouraging of our endeavors, but she is still doubtful. So we'll see if anything comes to her. But a lot of the time, spirits really like to turn non-believers into believers.
Yeah.
You know? So I truly think we'll see something tonight.
We are on the...
Especially if we meditate and like kind of chill out.
We should
and really
meditate.
reflect their energies.
Yeah. Dance.
Dance! Oh, you want to
Dance.
I'm sorry. All of these dots are showing up by the end of their bed, so the nurse or the children are coming for us.
For
And
sure.
I wonder how Charlie will manifest.
Why do you say it coming for us? That doesn't sound well.
Because they come and they interact with you. And that's
Yeah.
what's gonna happen.
Hey guys, we're in the pirate house right now and we're not sure if we can film, so we might sneak a little bit. I didn't hear that.
We have the ghost app selection.
Right by your mama.
Right
Behind your mama.
Nice. It's right by you.
Because it's at least active. Matt.
Super active.
You can always rotate film. Heard. How blessed are we? Friday the 13th, y'all. In one of the most haunted places in Savannah. Square.
So far, so good.
2 reds.
Anything I can right near us. All right.
Tell your mama about the square. The square. Deer. Yeah, where they were all hung.
Contraband, alcohol during Prohibition, perhaps. But I've considered, since no one can prove what it is, maybe it's something far more important to our history than any of that. There is a church. It is on Franklin Square. It is called the First African Baptist Church, and it was built specifically for the Underground Railroad. So, should this happen to be one of the hiding places connected with that, that would be a huge part of our history. Think about it. If this was a hiding place for slaves, look how close we are to the river. That would give them a really good opportunity to hopefully escape from here. Young men who worked on ships were the major clientele of this house, and ship's masters who were desperate to complete their own crews knew that. So they would come to places like this to ask, does anyone need a job? If that didn't get the desired result, they started asking a different question. Does anybody want a free drink? Yeah, that's where they got in big trouble, you see. If you were coming into a place like this to, I don't know, kidnap drunk people perhaps, you'd be shooting fish in a barrel, because this was like walking into a frat party. They would go in, they would select the men from the crowd they wanted, and whoever took the free drink just took the bait. Those drinks were laced with something like opium or laudanum or some other 1700s version of roofies perhaps. Poor young fellows would become so drowsy after only a single beverage, they would be out cold on the floor. Then they got taken in the summer, through the tunnel that runs under the bluff a block away the Savannah River. They'd load these men on the ships and then bon voyage! That's how they woke up to learn the true meaning of 3 sheets to the wind.
So Chelsea's vlog camera, stopped working. So the quality might change again. This is what happens before we encounter ghostly activity, I swear. So I'm gonna be recording on my iPhone while her ghost app is running, and we'll see what we pick up on the 3rd floor, which is the haunted floor of the East Bay Inn.
Columbus.
And right after the vlog camera died, it said replied. So it's almost like, is that a response from the ghosts? We'll see. Good morning, guys. Good morning. We wanted to tell you what we heard last night. The ghost app was super active. And if you can't hear right now, one of our ghosts are acting up. So last night, in the dead of night, we all slept so soundly. All this travel has been making us exhausted. And in the dead of night, we hear this, I guess, footsteps on the hardwood, which is a really loud creaking noise, which is much different from any sound of footsteps in the hallway because it's carpeted. So it jolts Chelsea and I awake, and we both look over there, and then I'm like, oh, it's just Chelsea's mom. She's going to the bathroom. And then I lay down, and then I look over to the bed next to us, and Chelsea's mom is dead asleep, and I'm like, oh.
It was crazy that you and I both heard it and were so alarmed by it and looked at each other. We're like, what the frick is that? And actually, let me go step on the freaking floorboards.
Ooh, good idea. And the fact that it woke us up at a dead sleep.
So I'm going to try and step on the hardwood and see if we can recreate the sound and see if it's what we heard last night. But like, nothing's really happening.
It was Lily.
But it was so weird because there were loud creaks. And it sounded like it came right in here. And it wouldn't be the bathroom because that's tile. Yeah.
Oh, you scared me.
Lily.
Yeah, she was thinking it was me going to the bathroom or whatever.
I literally,
and I was dead asleep.
That's crazy.
I
We get
woke
that
up.
so often.
I woke up and I was like, oh, when's just going to the bathroom? And then I look over and have a heart attack because she's dead asleep on the bed next to me, and I'm like, and then I'm just like, I'm just going to bed.
And you and I both looked at each other. We're like,
Yeah. And then we tried to stomp around, but like the stomping that we heard felt like literally the floorboards were so loose and they were almost like picking them up, and we couldn't recreate the sound.
yeah. It was like an unnatural sound.
Yeah.
There's definitely something to it. You know, I used to poo-poo it when I first started, but we get so many people, particularly in 323, 324, and 325. It's usually more people in those rooms, you know, because they have the 2 queens.
Right.
So a lot of times we'll have families or like girls trips and different things like that. And I have heard that so many times where like one time we had this group of like older ladies and they were here for like a college reunion, like way
awesome.
reunion. But they were having a great time. But they came down and they told me the night, like the last day that they were here, they said that they had been downstairs in the restaurant having breakfast, and they were all like talking to each other about just like the room and some different things, and they revealed to each other like one by one something that they had been like keeping, which was that individually they kept waking up in the middle of the night because they thought that one of them was like going to the bathroom. And they were all annoyed, but when they would get up and look, everybody was still in bed. And they said they didn't share it with anybody, but then at that breakfast, each one of them shared that they had had the exact same experience. So there is definitely something to it, yeah.
That's so cool. That's exactly
really
what
like the
happened.
pacing and the creaking and the people will also say like listen for like jiggling like your door if it'll jiggle. People get that a lot.